Costco charges you $65 before you buy anything. Then it sells everything inside at a markup so small that most retailers would go bankrupt copying it. Last year, Costco moved $270 billion of merchandise. It kept about 11% of that as gross margin, roughly half what a supermarket keeps. Walmart runs around 25% and department stores 40 or more. Costco deliberately built a business that keeps less of every dollar than anyone else in retail. Inside the company, there is a rule nobody writes into the filings. Nothing gets marked up more than 14% over cost, and Kirkland products stop at 50%. Most retailers treat markup as the lever they pull when they need profit. Costco welded that lever in place and then went looking for money somewhere else entirely. The hot dog and soda has still cost $1.50 since 1985. Adjusted for inflation, that is roughly $4 handed across the counter today. The rotisserie chicken famously holds at $4.99. A former finance chief said they were willing to surrender $30 or $40 million a year keeping it there. So the cheap food is not an accident and not generosity. It is a deliberate cost. And like any expense, it must be earning something back somewhere. It is. Walk back to the front door. The thing earning it back is the card you flashed on the way in. $65 a year, paid before you touch a card. Last year, 81 million people paid that toll, and the fee line came to $5.3 billion. On the income statement, it looks like a rounding error. Fees are under 2 cents of every revenue dollar. But a fee has no cost of goods. Nobody manufactures a membership. Nobody ships it. Almost every dollar drops straight through. So that invisible line item covers about half of Costco's entire operating income. The warehouse full of merchandise earns the other half, on $270 billion of effort. And 92% of American members renew. Costco sells one product with software margins and subscription loyalty, and it isn't on any shelf. Everything on the shelves is advertising for it. The trick is older than the company. 1976, San Diego. A retired retailer named Sol Price opens Price Club in a converted airplane hangar, selling to small businesses only. The membership card began as a velvet rope. Proof you ran a shop, not proof you loved bulk mustard. Then the fees came in, and the rope became the business. Jim Sinegal, Price's protege, opened the first Costco in Seattle in 1983. 10 years later, the two chains merged. The card came along, and it never left. The card also fixes a problem you can't see. Inventory. A Costco warehouse sells through its stock in about 4 weeks, often before the supplier's invoice is due. Read that again. Costco sells your groceries, banks your money, and then pays the farm. Members even finance the inventory. The company runs on other people's cash, at 0 interest. The best members prepay double. 39 million executive cardholders hand over $130 a year, and they generate nearly 3/4 of everything Costco sells. So why can't Walmart just copy this? It tries. Sam's Club is right there. The answer is that the model punishes anyone who hasn't already committed to it completely. A supermarket carries tens of thousands of products. Costco carries about 4,000. Every item wins a tournament for its pallet, so Costco buys each one in absurd, price-crushing volume. Its house brand, Kirkland, moves about $90 billion a year, roughly a third of everything Costco sells, bigger than almost every brand it undercuts. To copy Costco, you would have to charge admission before proving the prices and run retail at margins that lose to your own overhead for years. Shareholders call that lighting money on fire. Now the honest chapter. Somebody pays for this. Suppliers get squeezed harder here than anywhere in retail, and anyone who can't front $65 is locked out of the cheapest prices in the country. And the machine has exactly one gauge that matters, which is renewal. Last year, the American rate slipped from 92.9 down to 92.3. Small number, loud alarm. Because if the card ever stops feeling mandatory, the whole design runs backwards. Thin margins with no fee income is just a supermarket having a very bad decade. So here's the ledger line. Costco is a subscription business that happens to own warehouses. The groceries are the marketing budget. The card is the product. You renew the product. Next, on the real product. The burger chain that owns the dirt under the kitchen. McDonald's. A landlord that happens to sell burgers.